Well, that's enough staring at a view. Let's go on. Seems like there's someone inside. Suppose it must be a man we came to see. For a hermit, he doesn't seem to want much. So what are we going to do? We'll knock on the door because why not? It's open, come on in! Lisa? Susa sen. It's good to see you again, sir. Well, if it isn't Gaius, I haven't seen you around for, what, half a year now? Little Lissa's here too. Why, I don't think I've seen your face in... must be coming up to 5 years now. Wait, what? Could this be... Grandfather, what are you doing here? Of course, it's a granddad. I guess that's one way to be introduced. Let me give you a proper welcome. Gwen Reinford. I'm Gwyn Reinford. Lisa's favourite granddad. Pleasure to meet you all, Class 7. Honoured to meet you, sir. I'm Rean Schwarzer. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Emma Milstein. You see, Sir Alberea. It's an honour. A promising group of young folks, if ever it was. But you've sure done a lot of growing in the last 5 years, Alyssa. You're taller and bigger. It's our man's heart's good to see you how easy eyes you become. Grandfather, please. Forget about me. What have you been doing out here all this time? Back when you disappeared from Roa, I'd never believed if someone told me this is where you'd found you. Do you have any idea how worried I've been? Come now. I send you letters a couple of times a year, don't I? And of course I read the ones you give Sharon too. Still. Have you been here the whole time this past 5 years? Just about. It doesn't say year-round, though. I spent about half a year travelling around the continent, visiting friends or visiting the Empire. Mr. Reinford, would you mind if I asked you how much you know about our field study? He does raise an excellent point. It almost seems as though you were expecting us to pay you a visit. Well, it's just a coincidence the truck broke down when it did. But I admit, ever since Serena told me you were coming to the Highlands, I figured I'd see you at some point. You still talk to Mother? Yes, indeed, but just a bare minimum. The girl's zeal for her work borders on unhealthy. Whatever I do to turn her into such a workaholic. Alyssa? Anyway, we're all done with our coffee, so let's head on over to the settlement. Just wait outside a bit while I go grab my tools. Well, actually, I've got a few good-sized trout. Should take them over to the settlement when you go. Of course. So that's the former chairman of the Reinford group. I knew him by name, but he's far more light-hearted than I would have guessed. Indeed, he seems very easygoing. You can say what you really think. You're not going to hurt my feelings or anything. Everyone loves him because he's all laid back and approachable, but mostly he's just capricious and irresponsible. Then 5 years ago he just... Never mind. Let's get going. As soon as we're ready, we're heading back to the settlement. Oh, this is beautiful. Gaius, should we head back to the settlement? You're on pretty good terms with my grandfather, then. Something like that. I've only known him for a couple of years, but all of us in the settlement owe him a lot. Myself included. Okay, we're good to go. You mind if I ride with one of you? Grandfather? You aren't driving? Nah, the engine's been acting up a bit lately, so I'd rather not. Besides, how could I pass up a chance to get to know my granddaughter's classmates a little better? Rean, right? Got some more room up there? Why'd I have to pick Rean? Better not be giving him any funny ideas. I'm sure that isn't the case. I feel a bit more at ease if I focus on Mum and Wayne's though. How's little Sharon doing these days? Oh, she recently started working at your dorm. That's right. I haven't had too much time to get to know her, but she seems real skilled at what she does. Oh, she is, very much so. More importantly, she's a real cutie. She always had a lovely reserved air, but there's a playful side to her too. I wish she'd sign on as my personal maid, that'd be the life. And my girl is really nice too. Those glasses in my hair, you want to let her down. And she's a class press material to boot. But it's a smouldering home hottie if ever I saw one. Come on, you know you agree with me. I can't really say I disagree with you, but... Don't mind me asking, why'd you never tell Alyssa that you were here? Tell me, Rean, what kind of girl do you see her as? Really hard worker in many great respects. Oh, no doubt about it. She's good-looking, polite, and as well-mannered as any noble's daughter, intelligent, and what comes naturally to her. It's not some persona she forces on herself. I'm amazed at how effortless she makes it all seem. And yet, she has a habit of trying to resolve everything without relying on anyone else's support. I'm sure it hasn't escaped your notice as you have a canny young man like yourself. It does feel like that sometimes, yeah. She's kind and a sense of duty compels her to always see things through. But she always keeps everything bottled up, like she never wants to let on anyone she needs her help with a problem. I'm Alyssa R. from Roa. It's like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything. As if everyone knew it would make things awkward. The feeling relations between her and her mother and I caused her to end up that way. Or to be specific, the conflict between the two of us. That's why I didn't tell her where I was. I'd leave it up to her to fill in the details about that. I'm sure once the two of you are a little bit closer, she'll let you in on her own. A bit closer. I have a feeling there's a critical misunderstanding going on here. I thought there was a little something going on between you two, seeing your name come up in one of the letters. Well, we did have that unfortunate accident back at the start of the year, but that's all it was. We eventually got it sorted out, so it's really happened since. Did you accidentally collide and run away to school, causing her to drop the toast she had between her sweet lips? As if it just cleared, the two of you find yourselves falling on the ground in an unlikely yet heart-racing position? That's a really oddly specific question, but I don't know what kind of heart-racing position you're... So something did happen, didn't it? Now just tell our Gwyneth about it. I want every last detail. Grandfather, please! As if Alyssa couldn't be any cuter. Spoiler.
Hey, isn't that...
Hey, isn't that...
Ooh, it's those military academy students. I wonder what they're doing all the way out here. Oh well. It looks like things are gonna start getting interesting.
Who are you? I know you're a cutie, but...
Okay, let's get this mission started! Sheesh. Gramps and the others can be so unreasonable sometimes.
Gramps? That night, the people of the settlement held a banquet at the elder's house. It definitely does look like a banquet to me. I don't even want to know what do about you, Gwyn. It is to you, my friend. And to you. Come on, Lacan. The booze isn't going to drink itself. Still can't hardly believe it. Finding a famous Gwyn Reinford out of the sticks like this. You know him, Ben? Of course, he seized on the opportunities of the Elbow Revolution to make Reinford the industrial powerhouse it is today. It's only gotten bigger since his daughter took over. The Reinford Company was originally an arms manufacturer, making their name on firearms. They underwent a massive expansion of their lineup and started working normal weapons. So that's what it must have looked like to a nobility, but to a company business all across the continent, not just domestically. Gwyn is a refreshingly international outlook for an Erebonian businessman. I knew he was a keen man, but I didn't realise he was that famous. The real mystery is why someone would walk away from man in the first place. Some people say he got ill and no choice but to stand down, but look at him now. Picture of health. There is some truth to that old rumour. Oh? What do you mean? I just heard a long time ago. Maybe we'll proof it. But we have a Imperial Chronicle aren't in the business of printing baseless speculation. Alyssa? I think my eyes were bigger than my stomach. I'm going to go and get a little fresh air, okay? Rean, Liz is going out to get some fresh air. Would you mind going and keeping company? Not at all. But why me? You're a class person. You make better company. No, trust me, I think you're definitely the best man for the job.
I'm such an idiot. What am I even doing?
Well, would you look at you? Amazing, isn't it, Alyssa? So pretty. Come on, you two. We need to get going. We're running behind schedule. No, let them have their fun. Not often you're a day life like this. Why not try and relax for once?
Oh. Alyssa?
Oh, Rean. Well, what are you doing out here? Did you eat too much?
My mouth says no, but my stomach's thinking yes. You doing okay? You seem a bit unsteady there.
Nothing like that. I'm just feeling a little out of it. I'm just going to stay out here for a while and get some fresh air. Then I'll be Whoa! Sorry about that.
You'll be fool.
See? What did I tell you? We've been riding all day. I'm not surprised you're feeling tired. Riding a horse really takes it out of you.
I guess you're right. Why didn't that occur to me before?
Hey, Alyssa. Look up at the sky.
Huh? Oh, wow.
You know, I didn't even notice it last night because we turned in so early. But now that we know, if you're out here to get some air, better to take in the starlight than look at the ground, right?
You're right. My father was a technician. 8 years ago, he passed away. My family was never really the same after that. Mother was director of the company back then. She focused all of her energy on making the Reinford group even bigger. She used to treasure our family, but after that, it's like she could barely spare a thought for us.
Oh. She did seem like a talented businesswoman when we met her. Well, more than talented to run the Reinford group.
What you saw in River Station was just a watered-down version of her normal intensity. We'd be able to have dinner together maybe once every 3 months, and that's being generous. But at least I wasn't alone. Grandfather and Sharon were always there for me.
That's how it was, huh? I guess you've known Sharon for a long time then.
Yeah, my mother hired her about 7 years ago. Being a Reinford and all, I never had many people I could really call friends when I was young. The nobles looked down on me, of course, but the common people treated me like I was different from them, too. At least with my grandfather and Sharon around, I never felt totally alone. Grandfather introduced me to all kinds of different hobbies, like horseback riding and playing the violin. Sharon taught me self-defense and archery, and all the high society etiquette expected of a lady. Meanwhile, my mother kept expanding the company completely against the wishes of my grandfather, the chairman.
I see. Though, hasn't Reinford always been a big industrial company?
Kind of, yeah. Even back then, they took on projects in all fields, from steel mills to railway construction to guns and tanks. It's not surprising there are people out there who like to call the company a merchant of death. I can't say I completely agree with that side of the company, but I've never felt embarrassed or ashamed about it. But a few years ago, the Reinford group finally went too far.
What do you mean?
Those 2 railway guns set up in Guerrilla Fortress on the eastern edge of the Empire? You know about those, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them. They're supposed to have the longest range of any orbital cannon in the world.
I've only seen their spec sheets, but the destruction they're capable of is terrifying. Erebonia's still fighting with Calvert over Crossbell, and those guns are capable of targeting any point in Crossbell State. In just a couple hours, they could wipe Crossbell City and its 500,000 citizens off the map.
No way. That's way beyond being a weapon of war. More like an instrument of massacre.
I couldn't agree more, and neither could my grandfather, who supervised their construction. Even though my mother was the one who signed off on the project, my grandfather regretted it like the decision was his. As he was hesitating over whether to hand them over to the Imperial Army, my mother betrayed him.
What?
She went behind his back and secured the support of all of Reinford's major shareholders. Everyone from Ruhr's ruling lord Marquis Ragnar to the top brass of the Imperial Army was on her side. In the face of such overwhelming pressure from all sides, my grandfather was forced to capitulate. He stepped down as chairman, and my mother wasted no time taking his place. That's when my grandfather decided to leave the company entirely. And me. I thought I'd at least have Sharon on my side, but she just did whatever my mother told her to do. It's been 5 years since then already.
Oh.
This is deep stuff.
I think I get it now. Why she gets under your skin, I mean. It's not so much what your mother did, but how it ended up tearing your family apart.
Yeah, I couldn't believe my mother would betray her own father. I couldn't believe grandfather would take it without fighting back. I couldn't believe Sharon, who'd always supported me, watched it all happen without a word of protest. It really drove it home to me. How big the Reinford group was now, and how small I was. I hated realizing it had become so large that corporate interests were stronger than family ties. Looking back, I guess that's when I decided I'd leave home and enroll in the academy. Even when I ran, I couldn't go far enough to escape my mother's shadow, or the Reinford name. Then I come here and find my grandfather happily enjoying a whole new life without a care in the world. When I stepped outside, I was feeling so lost, so frustrated, wondering what I'd been doing all this time. But it's kind of strange, you know? I look up at the stars and it feels like I can escape the gravity of everything. I think I'm finally starting to understand why my grandfather chose to leave it all behind and move out here in the first place.
You really are strong, Elisa. Stronger than you realize. You were finally ready to talk about it. About your family and the company and everything. So, maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Maybe you're right. But I don't think I would have been able to if I hadn't enrolled at the academy. Meeting everyone in Class 7, the lacrosse club, you, I'm a better person for it. Your support has already made a difference. So, thanks for worrying about me. And thanks for reminding me to look up, not down.
There's real chemistry there.
Though, truth be told, I came to check on you because Emma asked me to. Sorry to ruin the moment.
I thought that might be the case. Oh well, there's always next time. It's kind of strange to hear you tell me I'm strong, because I could say the same thing about you. You always seem to get thrust into the role of leader, someone we can count on to keep us on track.
I guess running errands on all my free days is really helping me buckle down. Still, I feel like I've got a long way to go, especially when I keep running from myself.
Huh?
Remember back in Celtic? I said that I came to the academy to find myself, but sometimes I wonder if maybe I just wanted to get away from my family, from myself.
Oh. Do you not get along well with your family?
Oh, I do. I'm not their real son, but my parents always loved me like I was. My sister and I, we've had our differences, especially lately, but we still get along pretty well. No, the problem's just with me.
Rean. Still, I suppose the fact you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Right back at you.
Who'd have thought I'd have the chance to feed you your own good advice so soon? I can't believe you can just say things like that with a straight face. Maybe being on the receiving end every now and then will do you some good.
Alright, you got me. I admit defeat. But yeah, I guess I'm starting to figure things out. In my own way. Maybe enrolling at Thors was the first thing I'd done right in a long time. I ended up in Class 7. And now, all of us are out here like this, spending time together.
Yeah, I like that. I hope the things we learned during our field studies can help us all make a difference in the world. So... Wait.
You two were gone so long that we started to get a little worried.
No way! How...
Still, I suppose the fact that you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Stop! Rean! He was the one who said it first.
Oh, Lisa, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Honestly, you touched my heart.
I apologize for eavesdropping on you, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I did.
How did I end up in the middle of this anyway? Fine, if that's how you want to play it, none of you are getting any sleep until you've shared all your most embarrassing secrets.
What? I don't...
You wish.
You don't know any secrets, eh, Emma? Really? Laid off for test too much there, I think.
Seems like you did well.
Honestly, I feel like she helped me more than I helped her. Hey, got... This is a really beautiful place.
Yeah.
Hey!
Ooh, you're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you. Drinks are on me someday.
What's up here? Okay. 2:55, shift's almost over. No sign of anything suspicious? Or anything at all, really. Why do we even do this every day? You do know our point is having sentries, right? Oh hey, you early. Well, come on now. You gotta get where I'm coming from and leaving at least a little. I can never understand if we post up near a crossbow, but who's gonna start a war out here in the boondocks? You never know, right? Perhaps the fact we never expected to make it a perfect place to start a war. Besides, Lieutenant General Vander says we need to stay on alert. He knows the situation better than we do. Lieutenant General was a great man, yeah. What are those big shots from the 3rd Armoured Division doing stationed at some backwater place like this anyway? You think it was true that he got posted because he wouldn't help the Blood and Iron Chancellor? Watch what you say. That idle gossiping is how rumours got wings. Hein, such a killjoy. Anyway, you got things covered here? I want to go get some sleep. Got a few minutes left of my shift, but you hear? Who's counting? Wait, what was that? What happened? Did they get shelled? We had the order to attack. No one. I heard nothing of the sort. Xander Gate needs to know about this. What the? The enemy attack? Where's it coming from? No. Await us. Okay, it's probably a good point to save a game, I reckon. It feels to me like this is the end point of a chapter. So until next time, bye-bye.